No, at the
Whatever one went through Dallas Fort Worth.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Luke,
no, look, we got topped up.
the diesel guys.
Why not? Why weren't you not diesel?
Well, because everyone likes a Jeep.
Whatever one went through Dallas Fort Worth.
Jeeps run on gas.
That's weird.
We're usually at the point of the sword.
So you mean to tell me?
They put a diesel engine in it, call it a day.
All right, let's get back on topic. So we're to the part of the meeting where we talk about tech topics, and I've added in this military vehicle spotting because every once in a while somebody sends me in some pictures of something they saw. Did anybody recognize this M1A2? I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah. So Doc Smith was going through Florence and saw this on the side of the road, stopped, took a picture, looked up the phone number, called it, and the Esparzas answered. So I guess they've got that for sale.
They've had it for sale for a couple of months and it just takes one buyer.
You know what the price is?
I want to say 40.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Is it right?
Yeah. It's been at our show a couple of times.
It's fully equipped. I mean, he's got everything on that. And it says it runs great, but 40 to 50 grand is in that range somewhere. But my only issue, I'd like to buy the half track, I really would. I could go ahead and get that. But the problem is, you're going to need a semi tractor and a lowboy.
Yeah.
You know, you can't run that thing on the road. I think he said it's good for parades.
You got rubber tracks on it?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, you're just not gonna go. You don't want to be putting miles and miles and miles on those.
Anyway, the phone number is on the for sale sign there, and I called David Jr., living in San Pedro, California right now. So,
If you're interested, reach out to me. I got their number.
oh, yeah, sure you do.
Yeah, many of y'all probably do too.
But anyway, that's a really neat.
Iden, did you have something?
Was this owned by a guy who used to bring it up from Casa Grande?
Similar. It's Dave Esparza, Dave and June Esparza.
Okay, because I remember there was one that looked just like this that came to a number of our shows that came, I think, from Casa Grande or somewhere.
No, it's not.
That's not it.
But that one's back here, or will be soon.
All right.
So, again, I'll just remind you, if you're working on something, if you're fixing on something, if you need help with something, send pictures, send notes, anything that's completed, anything that's underway, and we'll try to talk about it. And it'd be nice if our military vehicle club talked a lot more about military vehicles. And we did just that a weekend or two ago out at my place. We worked on all kinds of stuff. We had a few topics lined up. We were going to put a radiator in a Humvee, and we were going to change some tires on a 5-ton and clean up the club trailer. And we ended up doing all kinds of other stuff. We put a top on a 5-ton. We changed some tires on a 5-ton. We changed a tire on a Willys truck, and we cleaned up.
That was a fiasco.
We
You should have put that on YouTube.
we do have that on YouTube.
Yeah, we put it out there because my take on that is how many old men does it take to change a damn tire?
That's
Seeing as
exactly
how the tire was fighting you better than you were fighting the tire.
that's actually the title of the YouTube video,
I won,
Danny.
damn it.
I know you did, but still at all.
Yeah.
That's actually the title of the YouTube video, but we'll watch that at the end if we have time.
It was
So-
funny though.
All right, we'll get back to this. So I've got a picture of who all was here. Phil definitely came and showed up with the tire tools and in true form, laid it out correctly for us on what you do and don't do and how to do it. And by golly, he's right. Denny's top is no longer needing duct tape
And wire ties and rope, whatever else.
and prayers.
Oh, mostly.
Jeff said this will be dress right dress in the club trailer, and now it is. And George's Cuckvie got the steering box tightened up. That one's a little bit less squirrely to drive now, so that's,
That thing's wonderful to drive now.
yeah, I would say so. And Albert really was at the tech day, even though his picture's not. He was there.
Who's got the Willys pickup?
That's mine.
I might need some parts off of it.
Yeah, I don't think so. No, that's never gonna happen. That's
Now, which engine's it got in it?
it currently has a 350. It's my dad's best friend bought that brand new in 1960 at the dealership, and it's never had a title change yet. That's the truck I went camping in when I was a kid. So my dad and his friend made the camper, my mom sewed the curtains, and no parts will be coming off of it. It'll stay.
There'll be parts
Yeah.
going back on.
There'll be parts going, yeah, I've been working on it. George is talking about his 715. He's gonna probably let that either be a project truck for members of this organization, or we're gonna end up raffling it. So talk to me if you have some interest in working on the 715. The motor is free. That doesn't mean free to own. It means it'll rotate when you put a wrench on it. And there is some mention of a club member possibly letting mutts with all the parts to make, we'll call them mutt kits, go to members of this organization to piece together and be able to put on display. So your operating cost on these hopefully would be more like sweat equity. You probably wouldn't own them necessarily, depending on what happens, but it's a conversation, trying to get some more people into vehicles who don't have the opportunity to be in vehicles, just members who have more than they can take care of, getting members without them into them. So, let's talk about this. I had a list of projects, and one that, if you were at Tech Day, you probably heard me struggling and complaining about starting that 5-ton. And Albert came over. We were down to the last thing we were going to do is replace that injection pump and see if that was the problem with my losing prime. So we'd already pulled the riser tube out of the tank. I'd changed the fuel line. We changed the fuel filter, tightened things up, removed leaking parts, and rebuilt the primer pump. But there's a little line that I wasn't thinking about being in the prime circuit that goes between the little hand primer pump and the PT pump. And as I was taking all the bolts out of that PT pump, I noticed these little hairline cracks, and we found that this was leaking. So we ran down to Ace Hardware and bought a piece of this $5 worth of parts and solved that problem. But I'm gonna have to change it with something that's a little bit more fuel compatible. But this is a definitely get you on the road fix from Ace Hardware. A couple of 1/4-inch brass ferrules and basically swamp cooler parts, and some 1/4-inch soft tube. So that primed up nice. It idles nice. It doesn't have that chugging and loping sound to it anymore, and it starts right back up after you turn it off. So wonderful. Leslie's Humvee still needs work. So if you have things that need to be worked on, get them on the list. Maybe we can put together another tech day. A lot got done in just a few hours. What felt like sitting around eating donuts and pizza and joking around with friends, all this work got done, and it was nice. I'll roll right into past events here. Steve hopefully is on the live stream. Oh, there's a whole bunch of people on the live stream, it looks like. All right. Definitely, if you have events or you want to reply to events, you send it to the events email. Steve and I will get it. So we're trying to let him have a hand in the events coordinating. And the events that we did over the last month are listed here, and I'll just go right to the pictures. Fighter Country Foundation. Bunch of us were there. I was hoping Joe would be here tonight too. So let's see. From Fighter Country. I know you were there. Aiden was there too. We'll just talk about, we put our trucks out on a Friday, if I remember correctly. No, we put them out on a Thursday. This was an all-day Friday event. And we finished up on a Friday out at the Wigwam. I think we ended up with somewhere between 13 and 15 vehicles scattered over the course of the entire time in two display areas and then a third display area later. They were extremely happy. I know that we had a few vehicles from the Luke Museum. You heard we gave a donation to the Luke Museum. They brought out some vehicles, so we gave them a donation to help out with their fundraising cause. Had a good time sitting around with each other and fed a nice lunch. We were fed a nice breakfast. I think people were fed nice Bloody Marys in the morning. There's all kinds of stuff went on. It was a good day. I flew the F-35 from Luke, the trainer, and I did not crash it. I'm very surprised. I guess technically I did crash it because landing a fighter jet is a controlled crash, I was told. Because you don't glide that in.
No, you crash it onto the deck.
You crash it on the deck. You drive it in under power. You aim at a target on the deck and you hit it.
You hit it.
It's like, wow, okay. And that's what she told me. That I had a female flight instructor. She was a fighter pilot herself, and she's the one who saved my life, I guess. That evening here, Lance, would you talk about what you guys did here in this building with a couple of vehicles?
All right, so we got George Sylvester's Cuckbee and Sean Tracy's Humvee. They were actually both out at Wigwam earlier in the day. Middle afternoon, they came here because we had our MVET organization putting on the Veterans Convocation for graduating veterans from Maricopa Community Colleges. Brought the vehicles down, and we had such a good turnout. Back of the room was standing room only. All the seats were filled.
That's great.
It was fantastic, and we had a huge spread that got donated for refreshments afterwards. Kids spent a lot of time outside taking pictures with the vehicles. Now, granted, Cuckbee's nice, the Hummer's nice, but overall, we'll say interaction with the vehicles, Iden's Jeep last year was a major hit, especially with a couple of the girls that want to get behind the wheel. But still, any vehicle is always welcome for this event. We're going to be continuing to do it every year, and anybody that wants to come out and support it is much appreciated. And we don't know if it's actually going to be here next year because we've been trying to worm our way back into the college system, so it might actually be on one of the campuses next year, where we'll have a little bit more room to spread out too.
And an auditorium and a stage.
Yes,
And air conditioning.
Good air conditioning, yeah.
Hey, Lance, I got distracted. Which vehicle was the favorite, the crowd favorite?
The year before,
There we go.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
Iden's that's big enough, don't make it worse.
All right. So the next day, it was a very busy weekend. May 9th, a whole bunch of us, I think it was easily a dozen of us, were out at the Martin Auto Museum. I think that's 43rd and Cactus, or Thunderbird, 43rd and Thunderbird. Cool museum, but what I really enjoyed was that we had a very nice, very diverse military vehicle display that day. And even better yet, Patty, one of our club members, who's also heading up this American Veterans magazine, had their launch party, and they had some nice raffles. They fed us. There were some donations, and I don't know how they did on their fundraising, but I think it was pretty good. If you have not seen this museum, I recommend it. They have, I think, every era of Corvette. They have, I forget what it was, the Space Liner or the Fleet Liner, something, the Ford that has the plexiglass dome top, the car of the future. What is it? Starliner, thank you. Super Bird. When you go there, they won't have all the Humvees and Jeeps and M37s and Cuckbees, but hey, you got to go on the right night. I think it was just a few days later we were out at Mission Barbecue for their grand opening, or well, it's another opening. The PV Mall location. That one was near Tatum and Cactus. We got fed there. Sam DeMarco came out, Steve Dorsey, and I brought out George's Cuckbee. George planned to go, but he wasn't feeling up to it. We got to get that guy out of his house. George, if you're watching, we miss you. And then, yes, Rob.
There was a comment in the
Steve Dorsey says he'd offer his place for a tech day in the future. It's air-conditioned garage with a covered work area.
All right, thanks, Steve. We just heard that you offered up your place for a tech day, so let's get one on the books. Maybe a little bit closer to fall, not in November, maybe October.
Early October.
The
Early
11th of November, nothing going on then, right?
Exactly. So I won't dwell on the tech day. Here's just a few shots, a summary page for, you know, things that we did. We did that on the 23rd. But actually, we usually pause here on somebody else who attended that day. Does anybody else want to talk about the tech day? You heard me talk about it. Does anybody else want to talk about the tech day who was there? Aiden, go for it.
Every tech day that this club has had, we had one at my place, we had one at Jeff's, we had one at Jerry Bubolz's, now the one at Sam's, we had one at Greg Thurston's. Every one of them not only was very educational for everybody there, and of course the military vehicles got worked on, but it just was a great time to get together with other club members. And every one of them. And that's all I'd like to say on that.
You said that you were pretty fascinated by one thing you saw while you were there. I don't know if it was the steering box or the grease pump or what. What was it that caught your attention? You lit up like a kid at Christmas.
Yeah, I think that was when Les actually got his hands a little dirty.
Oh, stop it. Les isn't here to defend it.
Actually, it was the fight to get the old tire off the wheel.
Yes.
And then and all the little techniques, putting, was it dish soap? What was it?
Laundry soap.
Yeah, laundry soap on the wheel, and again, how many old guys does it take to change a tire?
You stay to the end of this video and you'll find out.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ida. 2 days later, we were out at Greenwood Lawn Memory Cemetery because each Memorial Day, this club does a nice turnout to pay respects and support a very nice memorial service at Greenwood Lawn. As typical, they took care of us, fed a nice lunch. We had a good turnout. I think I counted 18 military vehicles and more than that, and if you count the club members. So got some nice pictures. Go ahead.
Well, I've just got to throw in the deuce and a half. I was at Mariposa Gardens doing the same thing.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I might have a
We had
slide for
18
that.
Vehicles there.
Okay. No, very good.
I go there every year, and it's a beautiful ceremony there, well attended.
That's out at what cross streets?
That's a Power Road and Broadway.
Power and Broadway and Mesa.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody want to speak to Greenwood? Jeff, do you want to say anything about this one?
Greenwood is a well-attended event. You know, it always seems like we have good weather for that. They roll out the welcome mat. They always appreciate that, you know, I think we had 18 or 20 vehicles that are out there. An impressive display. They feed us. And it's kind of nice just to roll out. You know, I get to drive there. Most people do. And, you know, you're showing up at 8 and you're waving goodbye at 11 o'clock and you paid your respects. And it's just a very nice event that I think the club is fortunate to attend every year.
All right, thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, it was nice that we actually ran out of room for vehicles. They actually had to start shifting us around the tent where everybody's sitting because there wasn't no more room.
So, fun fact about Memorial Day. I didn't know if Sam DeMarco would be here tonight or not, or if he's watching, but he mentioned this to me, and then he ended up sending me some details. Our own Sam DeMarco, who drives the Gamma Goat, if you've seen him out there, he was at Greenwood. As a student council president, he was privileged to be part of the Waterloo, New York City Council meeting to witness Governor Rockefeller, who later became, you know, vice president, presidential candidate, sign the New York State Proclamation recognizing Waterloo, New York as the birthplace of Memorial Day in 1966. And there's there's the certificate and everything, and this is him on the left of the desk, but to your right. That's Sam in the back there with the nice buzz cut. So Sam DeMarco was there when the whole thing started. We always knew you were old. All right. Is this where you were, Barry? Sossaman in Maine at Mountain View Cemetery?
No, Mountain View's on Main Street near Sossaman.
So that's a different one.
Yes, it's a different one.
Okay, so did anyone attend that one? They had asked for us. Okay. I hadn't had any RSVPs and I didn't think so. So they were looking for a couple of Jeeps to carry in their dignitaries. Let's get to the upcoming stuff. This is where you usually take a picture with your phone of the upcoming events. So here's our list of what's coming up. If you want to take a quick look at the list, and I'll just start talking about them individually here in just a second. But here's your save the dates. Got several things coming up with the City of Phoenix in June and July. The officers here are all heading to nationals, 19th through 26th. Was there something here, or do we need to take it offline to talk about for the what's for?
No, I can talk about what I know about it.
They don't point the same direction. It's okay. You'll talk about it now or later?
What do you want? Okay.
Is there something happening here on the 4th?
Yeah, they're gonna be doing quite a few activities. So.
Okay. Why don't I get to that part and then just stop me when I get to the July 4th page. All right. So we're here now, so we'll just click right through this. June 27th, After Dark in the Park. I think I have 2 people RSVP'd. We have at least one more spot for this. This is Deer Valley Park by 19th Avenue in Union Hills. That's Saturday, June 27th. They're going to do a drone show. They're expecting about 5,000 people, live entertainment, water slides, food, family fun, carnival games, etc. Members of ours who participate, they've promised a donation, and therefore we're supposed to be able to offer you a $100 fuel incentive. I'll get that confirmed because it sounded this week like they forgot about that. So we'll see. But we'll try to make sure that this happens. But food, drinks, VIP experience. They're still definitely doing this event, and they still want military vehicles. We're just trying to work out the details. So I think I have 2 RSVPs on this one. Go ahead.
If nobody's ever actually been to that event before itself, that's up in my neck of the woods, and I've taken, when my kids were still younger, I took them to that park every year for the 4th of July event, and it's a blast. So you get a good fireworks show. There's good food all the way around if you're hungry, but it's just a really good, relaxing evening going to that event.
So on that same theme, let's pause right there. Is anybody else interested in going to that one? I do.
Do you have Alan Thurston listed on that?
I do not.
He could walk there.
I have to say, it's not at 19th Avenue and Union.
I know, it's north of Union Hills, just south of the 101.
Yeah, that one, okay.
But it's
Just wanted to make sure
Yep.
where it was and where it wasn't.
They're gonna kick out all the bums.
Well,
We don't do
We
it.
got the little cop shop right there, so we'll let them do that.
Is that one that you're wanting to attend?
No, I can't, that one.
Okay, got it. All right, July 2nd, Light Up the Sky. This one's out at the Brewer Stadium, 51st Avenue and Indian School. Fireworks at American Family Fields. People will go through security to get into the stadium, like if they're attending one of the ball events, so feel safe to be there. I think they're supposed to let us, our participants, if you want to leave your vehicle down on the concourse during the event, you can go up in the VIP area and eat food and drinks and have the VIP experience. It's also another one that was incentivized with $100, according to the city, another city event. So that's one that you wanted to attend. Anybody else planning to attend that one?
John's in.
Okay, so I got John, Iden, Sean, and Lance. So it's still RSVP if you're interested. We'll see if they can take a few more. They've offered for 3, but sometimes I can say, hey, you sure you just want 3? Sometimes we can get them to step up a little bit. And then the big one, Fabulous Phoenix 4th, they're expecting tens of thousands of people for the America 250 event downtown, well, by the VA, I think, Steel Indian School Park, 5th Street and Indian Schools, where I think that is, July 4th. We have one RSVP so far. Are you a second RSVP? Anybody else in the room interested in that one?
I'd be tempted, I can't guarantee it, I've been to that before,
What would you bring?
one of my cab over Jeeps.
Cab over Jeep? Okay.
It's not a military vehicle, but I brought it. There used to be a gal that run it, Tammy Parker, she liked it so much she invited me, but
Yeah.
she's not running it anymore, so.
And I think of you as water pump guy, right? But what's
Yeah,
your name?
Yeah, that's permissible.
Mark stuff.
Mark?
She's in everybody's phone as water pump, Mark.
Hey, water pump guy.
Even Nancy Perry says.
Sam, no, they're not paying us to be at that.
Yeah, it's got a $100 fuel incentive on it. RSVP, if $100 fuel incentive and food, drinks, VIP. Are you interested in this one as well?
Yeah, I can do that.
Club insurance paying for broken mirrors, stolen buttons.
Absolutely not. So,
I've been to it, but I've never had any problems with, you know, there was a blind gal that wanted to look at my pickup.
did you
Blind
let her
gal
know?
wanted
Did
to
she have
look
gloves
at
on or
it?
not? Yeah, just let her look.
Actually, she did, and I told her to be careful, but she was welcome to look at it.
Just let her touch.
I wasn't worried about anybody touching it, so.
Right, right. So, yeah, with these events, they're city events, big public events, sticky hands and spilled drinks and, you know, hopefully no ruckus, but you take your risks as
I
typical.
don't remember there being any problems there the times that I went.
Yeah, hopefully it's just a lot of patriotism and a good event. And that's their big fireworks show. So, RSVP to me if anybody else is interested. I have a few names written down for each of these. I appreciate it. It's what we needed. Our next meeting will not be at the beginning of July. We're skipping ahead to August, so that's when we want to talk about one more 4th of July event here. What do you got going on
All
here?
right, so, American Legion here on the 4th of July. They're not expecting, they're asking
Sorry,
if
Rob.
anybody wants to just show up to help out and, you know, promote. You can promote AMVCC, but it's just to support the 250th celebration. Figure be here about 8:30, 9 a.m. They're gonna do a flag raising, and they're gonna have all different kinds of little events going on throughout, inside and outside. They were trying to secure a parade route down Grand Avenue, but time just got away from them to get it done, so they're gonna try and do that for next year. But then, as the day gets hotter outside, everything's gonna move inside. But basically looking for 8:30 to like 1 for vehicles. If anybody wants to show up, you'll get fed, you'll have fun.
On the 4th of July,
On the 4th.
between 8:30 and 1 p.m., they would like some vehicles here. How many?
Whatever anybody's willing to bring, they'll
Do
take
we-
whatever.
Do we have a flyer?
No,
Can you get me an email with times, dates, points of contact, the things I need?
I told
to-
them I need that, and they're gonna work on it and get it to me.
All right, I'll get this out in the email to y'all and see what's happening here, and including if any incentives are available, like food, drink.
Yeah, food's included.
Yeah, those kind of things. So we'll see what we can do. We like to take care of the post because they take care of us. They let us meet here on a regular basis, and it's kind of our home, so we take care of each other. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. So August 2nd will be the next meeting after today, so we're not having a meeting in July. And then, if you would, save your date, November 11th. We are pretty busy that day, typically looking for some cargo trucks and 5 tons for parades. We're typically looking for display vehicles for work events. I try to get everybody to get ahead and ask early. I try to have the incentives nice, so anyone who participates in anything can get an equal incentive that day. And so far, I think we're starting to do pretty good with that. So,
All right, here's my pledge. I will have my own vehicle by then.
all right, you
That's
threw
on
it,
camera.
you threw it out there.
It is.
Lance's plan, it's his goal, have his vehicle by the 11th. Go ahead, Doc.
I'll have the Deuce and Apache Junction parade following the Distinguished Flying Cross Society guys.
So when I start sending out for the RSVPs, please feel free to let me know that again, because
Okay.
I'll certainly be asking everybody about everything, and that's a real nice event. And then later that same week, If you have a World War II era vehicle, we're talking, it can be a motorcycle, WLA, it can be a Jeep, it can be a restored classic car probably. If it's World War II era, they are interested in hearing from me about what members we have that want to participate. Now, this event has $200 a seat tickets to participate in the event. But if you bring a vehicle, it's my understanding that I'm going to be able to offer you a ticket for you and your plus one, whether that's a significant or non-significant other, your choice. But if you can have a World War II era vehicle to display, you might have a seat at the table at this very nice gala event. They plan historical musicians and dining and cocktails and all this wonderful stuff that they planned in that blimp hangar out in Goodyear. So sounds like a really cool event, and they've been talking to us. It's the Phoenix Art Council, I think, is who's trying to put this one together. Let me know if you're interested with an RSVP. Iden? Okay. And what would you be bringing?
The World War II Jeep is all I have.
Well, I thought you said you might want to bring your caddy or something. I was asking an honest
They want
question.
something
You can bring
They want
the,
both.
from that time period?
yeah, but if you think about the red carpet event and the gala, which one's nicer?
Well, then I'd bring the 41 Packard, since it's about World War II.
I can tow your Jeep and you drive the Packard. We'll both go over.
You can have them both, yeah.
Okay.
Can we have double chairs? Double portions?
You're bringing me as a plus one if I allow that.
Is that on a Saturday?
I don't know. I'd have to look at a calendar.
Okay.
There's one on my
Because if
phone.
it's on a Saturday, Rob can come and we can enjoy the festivities.
All right.
Wednesday. Is it on a Wednesday night?
It is a Saturday.
2 a.m.?
It's a Saturday, yes.
All right. So get those RSVPs into me. So we put these things out to y'all, and I asked for the RSVPs, and I know we're busy, and it sucks to reply and commit, but it's really helpful for me to get the events nailed down for the coordinators. They asked me, hey, do you have any vehicles signed up? I said, not yet. We're working on it. And so I think we're doing pretty good. It's a lot of momentum right now. Our membership is up. I think we're approaching 200 members on paper right now, and a large portion of those are current in their dues. If you are not current in your dues, Jeff is here. He's willing to accept your dues. But we're taking orders for our next embroidery order. We kind of rushed a few embroidery things now. We put together an order so that the officers have nice shirts to wear when they go see our nation's capital and the national organization in Virginia. But we're still taking an order for embroidery for the August meeting delivery. I'd like to have that, like to have it in and paid for. We can take credit cards or what have you by July, so that we can give time to our production crew to get all the items in and get them put together.
I've got a question about the August meeting.
Yeah,
Does everybody want me to cook again?
Oh, yeah.
we have an
An offer from Chick-fil-A?
yeah, the local Chick-fil-A, the one here by South Mountain, has offered us food.
Oh,
So we could do a little bit of both.
Oh,
Yeah, so
I'm good.
we could say just, you could do sides or something like that, or
What do
bring.
you guys want?
If you're gonna do the cooking, will there be any spam?
I got rid of the military field manual for cooking about 30 years ago.
he just checked his wrist. There was no watch there.
Damn, no
It's
spam.
that mental one,
Mystery meat in the can.
So, yes, so good point. The August meeting, we do plan to have some raffle items, some food. It's our comeback meeting.
Donkey rides
Um,
with a circle out in the front.
we're just losing all control.
A donation kit for raffle.
I would love to be talking about our next February, February show or
Or shindig.
or shindig or festival or whatever it's going to be. whether we're doing a one-day parking lot party or we're heading back to Buckeye. Buckeye has asked us to come back. And we've heard both sides of that. We like camping out at Buckeye. Buckeye is fun. It's also far. So we have put together a form that would be, what did we call that? It's an application.
An application form for a show application.
So if you have an idea for a show and it's a proposal, if you want to propose a location, it helps you to help us understand what this site is. It helps you to get the right questions asked and understand what we need. Talks about how much space we need, what we typically spend for this or that at different types of venues. All the questions that need to be asked, like whether or not there's a contract signed, whether or not we have to have insurance in place, whether porta-johns are going to be needed, tent rentals, table rentals, fence rentals. There's so many things that go into a show, and it's easy to say, why don't we just go to the Kmart parking lot? But then all these other questions need to be answered. Who owns it? Can we have that? Is there 3 acres? Where do we park? Right. So all of these. So this form that if you truly have a site or a location that you would like us to have our next show at, our next event, our next venue, or help us pick the next venue, we can help you to help us answer the right questions, because we spent some time putting together what is it that we need to know about it. Should we just email that out to everybody? Should we put it on the website? What should we do?
Put it on the website.
Have the officers all seen it?
I've seen it. It's extensive. Who built that? You need a cake for that. That was a lot of columns and a lot of colors.
Cake. Cake and no cake. All right. So,
Okay, so I'll bake cake for August.
Cupcakes.
if we end up back at this is just an opinion poll. This is not a vote. This is just an opinion poll. I just want to know, if we go to Buckeye, will you go? Okay.
I mean, can't guarantee it, you know, it's.
If we did a one-day show instead of Buckeye, would that make you happy?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Show of hands. So, we got some strong support for Buckeye, and we got some average support for one-day show. Both have their benefits, right? One's a lot less effort, and both have fun.
Everybody still rants and raves about Papago.
So you want to fill out the packet on Papago, make sure I know who I'm talking to and what my insurance
Application fee.
requirements are, and I hear Papago all the time, but I think Papago has not opened their gate for us in a while. Right.
Have we talked to the city about doing something at Papago Park?
So I can get you a copy of the form.
I need a copy of the form. I haven't
You
seen
told
it.
me you have a copy of the form.
I'm always contradicting myself.
So the embroidery order can be shirts, it can be hats, it can be jackets, windbreakers, all different types of things. Some typical prices. You see the shirts. If you're getting a really high-end Nike, it's closer to 50. If you're getting the, I think these dry fit, I actually like them. I like that as good as I like this one. They're about 30 for the olive ones. So if you have something you want to get embroidered and you want to bring it, I think we're spending about 15, and those prices are just ballpark. Those prices go up and down a little bit depending on how many people order. So get that into me if you want some
Can
stuff.
I bring a bathrobe in? They don't have a bathrobe.
If you bring a bathrobe in, I'm sure we can charge you extra for a knockdown stitch to get the terry cloth flat.
It is, it might need a knockdown stitch. But
The-
then again, we could use the same one that we're.
I think we still have some beanies in stock, and we got beanies, so keep it in mind. Door magnets for your
What about
vehicles.
the idea we had about getting like Velcro patches made that we can adjust?
Talk to the man.
I got a lot of hats that would work on.
Yeah, talk to the man.
Velcro patch.
Well, I'll talk to him about it. We'll figure out what an average size would be and if it's a realistic thought or not. So, I mean, it's a good idea, but whether or not we can
Yeah.
do it at a right price. But I know that Mark Rose has a bunch of Humvee stuff for sale. If you're looking for Humvee stuff, I only posted like 3 of the 7 or 8 pictures that he sent me, but he's got a lot of Humvee stuff for sale. We're not really a classified ad service, but I try to put it up. If you send it to me, I try to put it up that you have stuff for sale. I know there's people working on fixing on their Humvees, And I know I'm looking for some parts too. He said we should get out there to his place. He's got more than he could even tell us about. I didn't do much with these slides. I was very busy this month, so I didn't clean this all up. But here's the 715 we've been talking about that the club might put back in our hands. The club has owned this once, and the club might own it again soon. I think George is ready. And I don't think Phil sold his trailer yet. And I need a button press. Unless, wait, before we do that, any additional topics?
Maddie has something.
Maddie, is that your hand up? Okay, let's hear it. What's going on?
About that, big band event at the hangar,
Yes.
is 40-0 uniforms and clothing mandatory or optional?
Probably optional.
Good. It's just like Vulcan Field's, USO show.
Yeah. Are you interested in that one, Maddie?
If I get my uniform.
Okay. Let me put you down on that one too. I had you in mind for that, Maddie.
Pardon?
I had you in mind for that one.
Okay.
All right. Any other, you want to bring anything, topics, subject matters we didn't discuss yet as we draw near the end of our meeting? All right, let's hear it.
Move we adjourn, it's time to go home.
All right, we got a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
Thank you, Carl.
All right, I guess we will adjourn. It's 7:58 p.m.
The jackpot tonight, for raffle is $75.
$75 in the raffle. Does anybody here not have a raffle ticket?
I don't have a raffle ticket.
All right, so if you do not have a raffle ticket and you'd like to come pull, who said they didn't have one? Patrick? You want to pull a
I'm
ticket?
not gonna get a raffle.
You don't want to?
I have a post adjournment question.
Oh, post
Okay.
adjourned.
How does a guy get one of a little green badge?
You become a member,
Well,
and if you are a member and it might be in a box in the club trailer that we just need to dig through.
okay.
I can look and see if yours has been printed. I will be able to tell you if and when it got printed. Rob, do you want to pull a ticket?
Pulling ticket.
Okay. Scott, I'm gonna look and see if you have a little green name tag.
Thank you.
It wasn't violent enough. There, see that? Oh, it's broken. I'm not gonna look.
Don't feel it.
Just the kids' Christmas.
You want me to read it? You want to read it?
You read it.
230. That's close for everybody. 397. 397. Hey, there I am.
I knew all of that late from the
You don't need it.
Validate that.
Cool.
All right. All right, so, Scott. We've printed your name tag twice, so I hope we have at least one of them in the box. Printed it
This
twice.
has been the Military Vehicle Collectors Club meeting for June. It's the 4th day of June 2026, and this concludes our meeting, if I know how to stop this. Let's, camera, there we go. Bye.